to our title, the functionalist, and the functionalist, the first one of the model perspectives. There are three, by the way. From a functionalist perspective, guys, they said, as a reminder, and of course we have already mentioned this issue yesterday. As a reminder, or there is no need to remind you, I can quickly ask, and let's move on to the next theory. What do you think? What do you prefer? Please give me some help here, guys. Guys,
Yeah.
please. Ha, reminder, or
Uh,
I can ask.
ask.
Remind reminder ask يا reminder.
Okay, Ziad.
مقتنع.
مش عارف الناس ايه
Okay,
ده.
Ziad. I will remind you, then I will ask. Okay.
ماشي كده فير.
So, here in your class, only Ahmed Osama didn't take the quiz, right? Ahmed Sameh, sorry. Where is Ahmed Sameh? Ahmed Sameh. There is no Ahmed Sameh. He's absent. Who didn't take the quiz in this class, guys?
مستر معلش بس هروح اعمل حاجه لمامتي واجي تاني ماشي
Quickly.
عشان انا ناديت على اسمي.
Quickly. Where is Ahmed Sameh, guys?
بس النت عندهم كان في مشاكل النهارده.
Okay. So, guys, the functionalist perspective is simply, they said that the society consists of different parts. Okay, the society consists of different parts. We can say that education is a part, religion is a part, family is a part, politics is a part. Somehow these parts are interacting together, communicating together to produce social stability. And there is some kind of mutual agreement between these different parts. They agree together to produce a stable social system. We're gonna call this agreement consensus. Okay, so the different parts of the society are working together to produce social stability, to produce a stable social system. And they agree together to work for the benefit of the society. But of course, not everything in the society is running smoothly. Of course, we have some problems. We have some troubles in the society. And this is gonna be the opposite of function. This is gonna be dysfunction, the negative consequence of the element. Okay? So dysfunction will be the opposite of function, like crime, for example. Of course, guys, crime will not lead to social stability. In fact, crime as a dysfunction will lead to social change. And we have two kinds of functions, guys. We have one recognized and the other one is hidden. So we have the manifest, the recognized consequence, like having a car, for example, while driving a car. Okay? So the recognized consequence of this element will be that all of the people can see you by having a car, that you own one of the means of transportation. You can easily move yourself from one place to another. This is the manifest. While the latent, the hidden one, is simply by going to the school, driving your own car. Of course, you will get yourself, you will earn yourself some kind of a higher social standing among your colleagues by showing wealth. You are a wealthy guy to drive a car. The same issue, guys, while waiting at a traffic signal. Of course, you are simply you are next to your father, waiting at the signal, and the car next to you is Bentley, Rolls. or Lamborghini. Of course, both of you, the recognized consequence of this element that both
Mr.
of you, yes,
ما تكتبنيش غياب، انا جيت اهو.
next time be on time, okay?
تمام.
The recognized consequence, guys, is simply that both of you own cars. Both of you can easily move yourself from one location to another. But the hidden consequence, the latent one, that by driving a Rolls, the guy next to you, by driving a Lamborghini, he got himself an upper social standing by showing wealth. Of course, he will not move around telling the people that I'm a wealthy guy. No. But this is the hidden consequence of this element. Is it clear, guys? The manifest and latent?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I need someone of you to tell me another example in order to show the difference between the latent and manifest. Or should I randomly choose? I need some volunteers. Yes, guys. Guys, please do not let me talk to myself here.
We're thinking of examples.
Why? You have a lot of examples. Let me tell you something. Okay, Abdurrahman Osama, you are holding your mobile phone in your profile picture, right? So the example will be by having an expensive mobile phone.
غني يا مستر.
Of
معي
course,
فينيكس.
to have a mobile, Maz Ziad, do not talk without permission.
Sorry.
By having a mobile phone, of course, the recognized consequence of this element will be that you own one of the means of communication. You can easily communicate with anyone. This is the recognized function. But the hidden one, by owing the latest model of mobile phones, wait Ahmed, by owing an expensive mobile phone, by having the latest model of mobile phones, of course you will get yourself some kind of social standing among your colleagues by showing wealth. You are a wealthy guy. To buy a mobile phone will be for 10,000 Saudi riyals, for example. Got it? You are happy to have an expensive mobile phone. Okay, but you will be sad if this phone is broken. Yes, Ahmed, what do you want to tell
عنده
me?
ايفون اكس يا مستر، عنده ايفون اكس.
كده يا
So,
مستر كده مستر
yes,
حضرتك عايز تاسك نو
Okay, Ziad. Yes, Ahmed Rafat. Do you want to tell me something?
فمثلا بس شو ان هو ده الجيم، فده الليتنج بقى ان هو يصور، لسه ما خدتش بالك.
You can simply get the mic out of your mouth a little bit so your sound will be clear. Yes, Ahmed, what do you want to say?
مستر ماشي، ما علينا. دي هيدسيت Mr. is at the gym. He's showing the shit in that background. That means no is energetic.
I hear two words, gym, energetic. Okay, but I didn't figure out the example. So anybody else want to give me an example in order to show the difference between latent and manifest with Abdurrahman Osama? Omar Khalid, yes.
Entering a normal college and entering يعني expensive one.
Thank you, Omar. Yes, exactly. Of course, by going to Oxford, for example, and another one will simply go to public university, a free one. Of course, both of you will be educated. Both of you will get your degrees. But by going to Harvard, for example, you will earn yourself some kind of a higher social standing by showing wealth. You are able to pay the fees of this expensive college. Who else, guys? Yes.
Mr. Yesterday, I gave the example of a simple watch and a Rolex one.
Yes. So this item is clear, guys.
Yep.
We can move on.
Yes.
But I want to make sure of something. Amr Hatem,
Mr.
what's a latent? With an example.
يعني example من المجتمع.
What's latent? Define latent.
مكتوبة مثلا على البورد the unorganized consequence of an element.
What does this mean?
يعني مش عارف يعني بس يعني what does it mean؟
I know it's written in front of you. Okay? What does it mean? Imagine that you are the teacher and I'm a student in your class and I asked you about this definition. I know it's already posted on the board. No problem. What does this mean, Mr. Amr?
يعني مستر ممكن يكون element يعني جاية من غير مش عارف أنا أشرحها إزاي.
First of all, what's an element?
element لا بس مش عارف بصراحة.
Look, Amr. From a global perspective, we can see the society consists of parts. Okay, Amr?
Okay.
We can say that education is a part, religion is a part, family is a part. Okay? Let's talk about the part of education. Inside this part, school is an element.
I understand.
So, what's your example, Amr?
For latent?
Yes.
Mr. Can we say مثلا the fingerprint which cannot be seen.
What about the fingerprint?
ما نقدرش نشوفها بس.
A mobile phone with a fingerprint?
لا بس علاقة الموبايل فون.
I do not know what's saying. I'm trying to figure out the relationship of the fingerprint with latent.
مش عارف بصراحة. ده كلام
So Google? Are you Googling the answer? This is online school. This is online schooling, guys. This is online schooling. Try to imagine the situation. Try to imagine the situation that he is in the middle of a live session and he is simply Googling the answer. Try to imagine that he gonna have a quiz or exam online.
امال حضرتك فاكر احنا بنحل ازاي يعني؟
I'm shocked.
Let
me tell you something, guys. Are you cheating the teacher? Or
yes.
Are you cheating the school?
Yes.
Are you cheating your parents?
هم عارفين اصلا.
برضو.
You are cheating yourselves. You are cheating yourselves, by the way. Believe me.
We cheat on everyone.
So let me give you a little piece of advice. If you want to cheat, why are you taking the burden right now? You can easily go to join to one of the schools that you can get your full GPA easily, without quizzes, without exams, without going to school if there is any schools, and so on. Why are you bothering yourself? if you want to take the express path, if you want to use the fastest route. So you will not be shocked reading the news that an engineer, after building a facility, this facility will collapse upside down, or a surgeon who will simply forget one of his instruments or one of his tools inside the patient's stomach, right? Why do we hear such incidents in the society? Because of the bad educational system. Because simply the students are misusing
مستر
the tools they have. Yes, Osama. Yes, Muhammad.
عندي وجهة نظر. يعني يا مستر احنا بناخد سات تمام.
In English, in
مفيش
English,
حد
in
بيدونا
English. In English.
يعني we are taking set and no يعني no misters or teacher teaching us the set in the school يعني we have a problem. المفروض أصلا
Let me tell you
يبقى في-
something. Let me tell you something, Muhammad. You are in grade 12. Okay?
Yeah.
So, for writing, for example, you need some teachers to tell you something about grammar anymore.
No,
For 11 full years, you are studying grammar, right?
Yeah.
So what do you need now? You are simply collecting the benefits right now.
مستر في حاجات في الساتا بس ما خدناش في المدرسة.
بالظبط. زي الريدنج وحاجات في الرايتنج ما خدناهاش.
So Amr and Muhammad. So Amr and Muhammad, why you didn't ask Mr. Naga, your English teacher, for example, to give you some help regarding this issue?
ما هو سات 1 قشطة خلاص. سات 2 بقى. سات 2 مين هيساعدنا؟ مفيش. احنا بنساعد نفسنا بقى.
So this gonna mean that you are not free to study the school subjects, right?
أنا بستدي يا مستر بس مش اللي هو يعني.
Before the exams, right?
أيوه.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I have no problem with this issue. Simply before the quiz, before the exam, study. And during the live sessions, pay the teacher your attention. That's it. I'm not asking you for too much. Just clear your mind during the live sessions. Pay your teacher some attention. Before the quiz, before the exam, study the material. Is it hard? No, it's fair enough to me. I have no problem with this issue. But do not take the fastest route. Do not Google the answers. Believe me. Believe me.
أنا استخدمت جوجل عشان أفهم عشان ما كنتش فاهم.
Amr Hatem. I have asked the class before moving to the next slide who didn't get it. Nobody raised his hand. By the way, no one of your friends after raising it, you didn't get it for any reason, okay? And you're gonna raise your hand, Mister, I didn't get it. Please repeat it. Of course, your friends will not look at you as a stupid student. No. It's gonna be an extra chance for them. So maybe Ahmad Rafat, for example, because his profile is in front of me, maybe he didn't get the complete picture. He have got only 75%. So after I'm gonna repeat this item, he will get his 100%. This is my job, to explain, to repeat. Believe me, if you didn't clear your mind, if you didn't listen to the teacher during the live sessions, like Muhammad Osama had said, before the exam, before the quiz, I'm gonna study. Believe me, if you're gonna study sociology from the beginning, before the quiz, without paying the teacher some attention, believe me, it's gonna be Japanese to you. So Amr Hatem, I have asked the question. Who have any problems? Who have any question? Nobody raised his hand. So the next slide simply depends on the previous one. So you didn't get the first one. This is gonna mean the next, the third, the fourth. I do not
ما
know
مستر
what you're
خلاص
talking about.
فهمت ليلة معناها ايه.
Google.
لا يا مستر موقع اسمه سوسيولوجي حاجة كده.
Habibi, it's my job. It's my task. No problem. From the website. Can you tell us the difference between latent and manifest, Amr? Or do you need me to repeat it? Which one
لا
is
مستر
easier?
you can repeat it. لا
Which
مستر
one is
repeat.
easier? Okay, which one is easier, guys? To listen to the teacher or simply to search for this information? And by the way, the websites can take you upside down. Maybe after searching for a piece of information in sociology, it's gonna take you to another place, not one of our main points in the lesson. So guys, please, after hearing the question, who didn't get it, who have a question, please, you can simply raise your hand. You can tell me, Mister, this point, I didn't get it. Please repeat it. And this will be for all of the teachers, not for only sociology guys, for all of the teachers. This is their job. So guys, the functionalist from the beginning, okay? The society, generally talking, the society consists of different parts, okay? We can say that this pen is a part and this pencil is another part. And we have a lot of pencils and pens in the society. Different parts, okay? Somehow these parts are interacting together, communicating together in order to produce something. The result of this interaction between the different parts will be something, and this something can be social stability or social change. Examples for different parts of the society. Education is a part in the society. Religion is a part in the society. Family is a part of the society. Politics is a part in the society. Okay? So, education as a general term, as a complete part of the society. Inside this part, you're gonna see the school. Of course, school, university, kindergarten, nursery schools, and so on. All of these elements contribute in the educational part in order to produce the function of this education. Okay? So, the function will be the result of this element. The consequence of the element will be the function. So the definition of function, guys, will be the consequence of any element. Okay? The normal function will be the consequence of any element. Of course, we are not living in utopia. We are not living in the perfect world. Okay? Some of the parts, some of the elements of the society are running on the wrong way. We are not living in utopia. Like crime, for example. Crime will not lead to social stability. Crime, on the other hand, will lead to social change. Okay? So, if everything is running smoothly in the society, this will be function. Everything is going well. But if anything is going wrong, it's gonna be dysfunction. The opposite of function. Dysfunction. So this function will be the negative consequence of an element. An example, the function of school is to help in the educational process, to help the students to enhance their career. Okay? To prepare the students to enter universities. This is the function of schools. So all the schools are fulfilling their roles. So there is no bad schools, for example, like the schools I have already told you about, that you can simply stay at home without going to school, without having quizzes or even exams. You can get your full GPA. Of course, these are bad schools, not good schools. So these will be dysfunction, not function, the negative consequence. Okay? Either good or bad, either function or dysfunction. The function have two types, manifest and latent.
ممكن
Yes.
معلش بس هو ملوش علاقة بالدرس، بس هو مش dysfunction ولا دي مختلفة عن بالاي؟
Dysfunction what?
dysfunction يا مستر مش هي دي اي؟
No, here in sociology it's dy. Okay?
تمام.
You can simply say that the dysfunction is the opposite of function. Okay?
Okay.
So, either positive or negative, either function or dysfunction, guys, any function in the world has two kinds, manifest and latent. One of them is recognized and the other one is hidden. Yes, Az.
Can I be excused عشان عيلتي يتغدوا وانا عايز اطلع اتغدى؟
And me too, by the way. I want to have my lunch. No.
طب يلا بينا كلنا بقى نقوم
بالظبط
No.
عشان السمك هيبرد يعني.
You have two options.
في طاجن جمبري يعني.
You have two options. You have two options. Either your family can wait for you, or they can start eating and you can join them later.
انا هاخد اللابتوب واحطه في حجري وانا باكل.
You will be asked. Okay. The first question will be for you after 7 minutes.
7 minutes. الفضل اللي الحصه 4 minutes. انا مش هتسأل.
The last question will be for you as. Okay.
طيب ماشي.
So guys, we are almost done. ماشي. For the two kinds of function, we have the manifest and latent. We have the recognized and we have the hidden. So the function of this element, we can say that cars are an element in the society. So the function of this element will be two kinds, manifest and latent. The recognized, that anyone can see it, anyone can notice this consequence. Let's imagine as going to the school by driving his own car. ماشي? So the recognized consequence of this element that all of us can notice that as owns one of the means of transportation. As can easily move himself from one place to another whenever he wanna go. Right? If there is something hidden in this issue, yes, there is a hidden consequence that as by going to the school, driving his own car, of course, not all of the students have the chance or have the ability to go to the school with their own cars.
كلام صحيح زي رافض.
So the hidden, Mr. Hungry guy here, the hidden consequence, guys, will be that by going to school, driving his own car, he will get himself some kind of social standing, a higher social standing among his colleagues by showing wealth. Of course, some of the students will go to school by riding bicycles if their place of residence is next to the school campus, while the others maybe will go to school on foot, right? So the recognized consequence to have a car will be the manifest, to own a car. The hidden consequence will be latent. And guys, imagine the situation that you are wearing a Rolex, okay? Hopefully one day all of you will wear Rolex, okay? So the recognized consequence that you can easily know the time. At any given point of time, you can simply know, watch the time. Why? Because you have a watch. But the latent one, by wearing a Rolex, of course, you are a wealthy guy. This is an expensive watch. You have got yourself a higher social standing. Is it clear? Guys.
ايوه مستر ايوه
ايوه مستر.
عمرو حاتم, is it clear?
يعني مستر فهمت. بس مستر يعني
For a
لو في
scale
الآخر
out of 10. For a scale out of 10, what's the mark you're gonna get yourself?
ممكن مستر 8 out of 10 أو 9.
8 out of 10. Okay. Tomorrow's session, you will be asked about an example of latent and manifest. For all of you guys, and because of